What's this? Fine. Fine. Alright. It's Uro. I like Uro. It's in ranked. I like ranked. It's got all the blue fancy stuff. I don't think there's any really standout-ish blue cards in here. Maybe Stifle. You can use Stifle the normal way, or you can Stifle Uro's thing so it doesn't die and stays in play when you get to 4 mana, which, you know, it's alright, I suppose. I want to try to play this card. I don't believe I have ever seen anyone actually play this card, ever. That's why I have a bunch of colorless stuff in here, just for the chance that it might happen. But who knows? It's maybe wants more colorless cards in the deck, and you just go like super heavy with colorless things, but just because one card is good with them, I don't quite like that. But I don't know. I'm going to try. I really want to just get somebody with channel. I just haven't done it, so. But apart from that, it's kind of just blue-green, value, city, ramp, counterspell stuff, and win the game with really expensive spells. All right. We've been here before. Also, I got a new mouse. I got a vertical mouse. So, like, well, it's vertical. So if it apparently it picks up the clicks, the microphone. So if that's a thing I have to fix, let me know. But it looks like it's actually picking up the clicks where my last mouse was not doing that. Oh, that's an unfortunate beginning, huh? Oh boy. I got a turn 1 library, maybe? This seems good. Don't have a 1-drop, please. Oh, sure. So, we draw now? Yep. I also have to get used to this mouse, because I Oh, never used one. Same thing again? I don't think I'm in any rush. I don't think I'm in any rush at all to do anything. That's easy to get rid of, I think. But I don't know how to win. I can just play Uro? Eight cards. Play this on Giant, I guess. No, I really don't want you to tap the library, please. So up to 8. Wait, what are you doing? What? Okay. What? I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that at all, actually. Okay, do you counter? Well, I think because I have, all right, I'm gonna play this. My opponent seems to be invested in me not getting extra lands. Okay, maybe that has changed. Vendilion Click. Kind of annoying. Annoying enough to react to it? I'd say so, actually. I'd say so. Okay. I probably just lose now to Teferi untapping and playing it. Which it didn't look like I was ever going to be able to stop if I wanted to interact with Teferi, which I did, so. Oh, they cast Daze though, so maybe no Teferi. Alright, well if it was a different counterspell, it probably would be Lights Out. Alright, they did that post-combat. Interesting. So I can now dig for Channel and have that as an option. I'm gonna draw. Defense of the Heart means they can't play another creature, which I don't think they have any incentive to do. I do... Oh, no, I don't need a second green source. I don't need a second green source. 7 cards. If I sack a land, I can cast Uro. And I have to find a forest or something? It has to be a green source of some kind. Suppose I'll take a fetch land for another card in the graveyard. And then I cast Uro. I don't have enough green for Channel right now. Otherwise that would be nice. Yep, and then I just swing with the World Wagon? Okay, and then they can exile Uro, which is fine. That's fine, that's fine. I just want Wandering Emperor to not be here. So I'm gonna get Channel, and my opponent kind of has to deal with it. Okay. Spell Pierce is kind of crazy. Let's play this. I actually don't like that. I don't think I like that. I don't want to tap out. Can I cast Uro? Does that count as tapping out? It kind of does. Alright. I guess because I have... whatchamacallit, I don't have to do anything. Okay, let's do something now. Green. Like that. Like this. When it just straight up takes it. I'm not going to counter Dig Through Time. I will counter that. I think, yeah. I will. Four, 4, 8, 9, 10. I can just cast it. I don't really want to, though. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think that's how I get myself in trouble. So, how many cards in my graveyard? 4, maybe 5. I think we can just wait. I don't see a major incentive to do anything if my opponent is also not doing anything, so... Okay. I think if I Cyclonic Rift that, it doesn't work, but I'm not actually sure. I'm not gonna Cyclonic Rift it and find out. Well, we like that. So 5 cards in the green. Let's do that. Another one. This one lets me leave up 2 counter spells, so I will do this. Alright, yep. I do have inevitability with these giant expensive spells. I think my opponent's really the only window they had to like do the thing was that Daze window, but Daze picked up a land so they could not do the thing. But yeah, eventually I'm just going to draw something problematic. I don't think I need it. Library. A lot of the library cards I drew were extremely impactful or anything. It's not like it was bad, but it probably wasn't necessary. Neither was Cavernous Souls. I don't think Uro really needed to resolve. We could have played a game that was a lot slower than Library Uro. But sweet. Cool first win. Alright. It probably plays like Katara, because they all kind of just play like Katara. This is probably a really bad matchup. I think this deck has like 10 graveyard hate spells in turn 1. I might have to just not exile them. Whatchamacallit? Counter them. Persistent Partitioners? What? What's happening? Oh, well, I didn't expect that. I could have tapped my library at least. I got stun locked. Layers, right? No, this enters as an island though, right? It doesn't actually work. Oh, it does. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. All right, no. Yep, I guess I'm doing this. I could have played something else instead. I'm gonna just let that stay in the graveyard. They have it looks like a counter spell. I suppose I'm just mana draining literally anything because it doesn't look like there's a lot of mana drain targets. So I don't think sync is that useful, but I still want lands. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I can end stone? They didn't fight back. I don't know what that means. No second partitioner? What do you have in your hand that's not another partitioner? That is really good. Do I lose the game if that happens? Not quite. All right, tap that. And then sack it. Okay. Let's play defense and make it so you can just like never play another creature. That has to be right. Oh, let's play this as a land. Like, how do you deal with this? No, that's not dealing with it. That doesn't deal with it. That's also a non-repeating graveyard hate spell. And kind of irrelevant. Unless it continuously keeps me off Uro, it is always going to be an inevitability. But it looks like I don't really need to do that, because my opponent gave me Defense of the Heart. You have Stifle? No? Okay, well, I think this game is completely over when I put any arbitrary thing in play. I'll just put this in play because it has protection from instants, and that's the only thing my opponent could ever do against me. So. Okay, well, that was a game. Why are we playing this? And we only had one, and we only cast one, and why are we doing that? I've never seen that. I don't think I've seen that forcible before. Sunscorched Desert? Okay. I don't know, that's weird. Very strange. Very strange. Oh, come on. Let me play against something else, please. Please. I don't think this is a hand. I mean, maybe it is, just because I can get Uro and play fast, and maybe that's a good enough reason to keep it. I don't know. Hullbreaker Horror is good. Channel. Well, that's what I came here to do. Now I just need to draw something scary. Turn 4 Hullbreaker is cool, I think. What is my opponent Chrome Boxing? Why are we playing this on turn 2? Just to leave up a counter? Yeah, probably just leave up a counter spell. Okay. Opponent gets rid of Mana Tithe. That's adorable. let's play our own Chromox and exile Hullbreaker. I'd like to bounce the Chromox of theirs. Maybe not right now, but I'll just cast Uro. The last Teferi player wanted to deal with it, which I didn't necessarily agree with, and I think the same applies in this same scenario. I don't agree with dealing with this card. Let's put it in the command. No, let's leave it in the graveyard. I don't think I'm ever tapping 5 for an Uro randomly. Okay. Like I said, I'd like to bounce this Cyclonic Rift. I guess I won't do it now. Excuse me. Okay. Another Teferi player who just sends it willy-nilly, no questions asked. I really don't like that, but what do I know? Burgeoning, just in time. Let's do that on their upkeep. I mean, you could get to Mythic with Krang. It's not like it's a bad deck. Okay, cool. Another player who just is not punished in any way for just windmill slamming Teferi, unfortunately. It's like people just know my hand magically. Okay, well, channel has a fail rate of 2 every time I've drawn it so far. Should say a fail rate of 100%, rather. Sure. No, 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 no. I think I just have to play Bloomvein as a ramp spell? Is that even that doesn't feel reliable, I don't know. It would have been really nice to have a blue card for Subtlety, but of course not. Opponent doesn't play Raffine? A little odd to me. It's actually incredibly odd. I don't get it. Can I play that if I play a forest? It would cost 1, 2... It costs 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This could be a incredibly... Oh, they have Force of Will. Okay, never mind. Or the other one. It's an enchantment, doesn't go to the graveyard though. I can just still do the same thing I was trying to do the whole time. Just keep ramping to Emrakul, which I don't even think matters anymore anyways. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10. There's no way to... I can draw a blue card still, actually, and get rid of Subtlety? Okay, now I cannot do that. Of course not. Alright, we got it. Hold? Oh, it's like the worst one though. I have Worldly Tutor though. I have Worldly Tutor. I was gonna say, this is like literally the worst card to channel. And of course it's the one I have, but I have Worldly Tutor, so. I mean, it's still a 13-13. Opponent, why did you have to mulligan to 4? Can't I just have a channel where it would be really good for once in my life? Whatever, it's gonna win here. So we just grab this and win. Okay. My opponent just knew it was gonna happen or something? Why can't I have it when it's supposed to be good? Come on, so close. Oh, so close. Oh, they mulliganed to 5. That's probably why they conceded. They also just played the other 2 colors that are off colors in a green deck, probably. But yeah, we had it next turn. We had 10-minute Ulamog, and then I just blew up their lands, and the game is 100% over. But would have been nice to do it against someone that didn't concede from a mold of 5. Ruin Crab? No, I don't want to self-mill. Being obsessed with Uro showing up is not a good idea. Okay. You know, I don't think I've even had Uro do anything yet, come to think of it. Everyone has stopped the first ETB. Maybe that's not totally true. Let's play this, and then stop the broken card. Okay, yeah. Or just lose anyways. I could probably just concede at this point. Yeah, whatever. Must be nice. Oh, there's your average brawl experience. It do be like that. Man, I haven't seen any cool decks yet. It's all just been like the same good stuff all the time. Usually there's some pretty interesting stuff going on though. Just not all the time. Which land do I play? I guess I just play this one? It's not like I can really do anything, so yeah, I guess so. I can Ancient Tomb Ice Till and then play the second land, but then the second land is. I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. I set myself up to basically lose to mana drain on the spot, but I have to. I can't respect a single copy of a single card every time I see a blue mana symbol. Opponent gets rid of a land. I think that's good news. Tails End, does that change anything? Nope. We're not here to play around stuff. Regular counterspell's fine. I don't think I need Uro to resolve. So, yeah, it's kind of the same. Yeah, it's the same logic. It's the same logic as always been. I don't need it to resolve. I'd rather keep the cavern for something else. Like, no, not Eldrazi. I guess Dragon, which maybe just gives away the it gives it away too much, but you know, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna put this to the command zone this game. Now I have a bunch of counter spells. Subtlety's gonna get pitched here probably. Yeah, I think this is fine. If I untap here, we're well, are we happy though? Flow state, sure. I still feel like I see too many flow states looming around in this format. Okay, an island was significant. All right, now we have to win somehow. I'm not stifling that. Could have, but I don't think I'm stifling that. Ice Till Explorer. Okay. I'll play the hard to cast counterspell, I guess. They have Reanimate? No, they could have had Reanimate there. I kind of feel like they did. Maybe not, though. Inquisition. Okay, I can't stop that. So it was not Reanimate, it was Inquisition. Okay. Does that help me? Maybe? Land, please? Opponent just plays Nashi into this. Did I? Yeah, all right. I'll just. Well, can't stop Nashi for the second attempt. I don't know what it grabs, but... And of course my opponent has the 1-mana Cryptic command. They're running it, they have it in their hand, and it's up against specifically a blue deck. Summon Bahamut here isn't even doing anything. But I don't think there's another cryptic or a cavern name that matters, so I don't think it matters really. I guess we really want flow state. Well, just in time. Okay, well this is a spot where I would have really liked cavern naming Giant. But I didn't go that route. Didn't matter. I have Subtlety. No, I don't have Subtlety because Cavern is ugly here. Abrupt Decay, sure. Keep it in the graveyard, I think. Yeah, keep it in the graveyard. Abrupt Decay is crazy. Maybe it's just a response to Katara. Okay, that's one of the I lose the game cards. It's just basically omniscience. Yeah, probably just lose now. I can't stop that. There's nothing I can do. It's like a 4-minute win the game here. Maybe I could play Wilderness Reclamation. Well, unfortunately, I think I would like that land. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever beating Wilderness Reclamation in any context, in any way. I don't think that's ever happening, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have an uncounterable summon Bahamut, so maybe there's a world where this actually does it? This is why I named Dragon 10 years ago. Still Tail's End is a problem. Can we not have Tail's End, please? We already had Veil of Summer in a blue matchup. Sure, this grabs whatchamacallit? I'm not fighting over Nashi here. Deadly Rollick. Okay, you got it. Well, I dealt with one problem. Kind of. Would they get Ponder? What do you... Oh, they got Treasure Cruise. Okay. Well, plenty of situations where I just lose here. Opponent wants another Treasure Cruise. No graveyard, really, but I guess it doesn't matter. Opponent is absolutely disincentivized to play the game. Alright, it's over. This is the problem with playing a bunch of expensive stuff, is sometimes you just can't cast them and then you lose. Or you do cast them and you lose anyways. I think the channel package is kind of bad, and a reason why I have never seen it, but I will add Wilderness Reclamation. Let's take out this. And then add Reclamation. That's a card that continuously leaves my brain. Continuously. There are like Lumra style cards that are good. Although I don't think I'm playing a ton of fetch lands. I don't want to get rid of the channel thing. I want it to do something at least once, and then I'll get rid of it. Which, I mean, it's so unlikely. So unlikely. What I need is people to just leave Uro alone. I literally haven't swung with it a single time, so it's hard to gauge what's really going on here. Like, I can't swing on my commander like a single time, even late in the game, where I want to try to use it for real. You also get hands like this. Oh my goodness. On the draw, too. Well, if this resolves, we're... Wait, this is the one that blows everything up, though, right? Oh, just creatures. I think I'll try to keep the Sapling Nursery resolving can actually be a very big deal. So I'm gonna try to do that. Let's play you. Force Spike was probably a very good draw. I'm gonna say it was, given the situation here. I really want to just always play forests. Another really good draw, potentially. Maybe not as good as like Utopia Sprawl, but... clearly not as good as Utopia Sprawl. Okay. I probably lose the... I don't know, it's between Sink and Sapling Nursery. I think I bin a land here. I think we just bin a land. I could have honestly kept that land. It's between these two. I don't know which one. Oh, you can discard Ulamog and I lose my graveyard. Okay, hopefully they don't see that or aren't concerned about that, because that would be a valid thing. I didn't think of that. Did not think of that at all. Oh, okay. They took the thing you could never convince me to take. I don't know my opponent's hand, though. I'm just not ever taking that card. Very interesting. Very interesting. What is the reasoning? I do have Uro. It is real. It can draw a card. My hand is weird looking, to say the least. Opponent doesn't cast their commander. What the heck is that? Umezawa's Jitte? Okay. So I can play Uro, and I guess I will. Oh wait, let's, I guess, keep a fetch land randomly. I'd like a land here, I didn't get it. It's alright. So we have Sapling Nursery with a forest. Can I get both of these happening at the same time? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Do I keep Uro in the graveyard a second time? Because of Ulamog, maybe not. I don't know. This is notably not on my opponent's upkeep. They do not use the extort. This is not on upkeep. I have... What kind of card do they grab in here? Something that deals with something they know about? Or just a generically good card in this spot? Or maybe it's mana? It probably isn't mana. Like, if they Vampiric Tutor a card that deals with one of these, I think we're winning that. I don't know why we're doing it on our upkeep, though. What if I had Thought Scour? I am an Uro deck. Thought Scour do be having text on it. Also, yeah, if I mill myself with cards, I just flip over the Eldrazi. Well, it's not like you're swinging with it. Huh? What? 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 Okay. Yep. Yep. This kills Uro, I guess? It does kill Uro. Oh, wait. Okay, it didn't work. Why did it not work? Oh. Yeah, no, I thought it worked that way too, opponent. That's why. That's. I thought it worked that way too. Okay. Tragic. I thought it worked that way too. Okay, well. You're up, buddy. Alright, no land. Tragic. Both having tragedies. But I drew a really good card, so I don't think that Vampiric Tutor is gonna do much here. I'd be surprised. Sheoldred's Edict, I'm literally not even going to interact with that. Actually, maybe I can. I really don't like thinking about this, but... Alright. I think it's... we can also get rid of some goofy nonsense. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Alright, you swing, you get 2 triggers, and then... or counters, and now next turn... next turn, they can cast Sorin for real, for real. Let's play the Swing with Uro game. Forgot this is in my deck. Okay, I think the 3/4s are probably going to be too much in the long run. This card has been... it's like that enchantment landfall make a 2/2 elemental. Actually, I think there's a few of them. They're all 5 mana, and they just make 2/2s. This has been... notably better than those, even if it costs like 6 or 7-ish when you go to cast it. I mean, you know, sometimes it costs less than 5, but on average it seems like 5 or 6, 5 to 7, let's say, is where it ends up on. This card has been really nice. It's like the upgraded version of those cards that might actually be playable. I am a fan of it, but yeah, I would say the Force Spike was extremely significant because my opponent's commander would have been in play this whole time, and that could have been a lot of damage. We have 6, 7, 8 lands, and then I can grab a fetch land, which would be 9? I don't think I'm ever doing that, though. I'll probably just leave it for a counterspell or something. It's not a permanent, it's just any card. But look at that, we swung with Uro. We actually swung with it. Again, I think the first step in the right direction is removing Channel and Eldrazi. I just kind of don't want to. I've played against this person a few times. Hey, it's Badgermole Cub. It does exist. Do I Badgermole a fetch land? I could have went Yavimaya this, but then I don't have Force Spike. Okay, that makes life simpler, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna Badger Mole the fetch land. I think that's just better than not doing that, so. Good sign. Good sign. We're not concerned about that. A second discard spell, though. Okay, that one doesn't matter. It just takes the Fierce Guardianship? No? Okay. Wasn't sure either. Let's play this. Let's play this. And then pass. What is Dark Fortress? Okay. Okay, let's discard the land. Oh, I can't discard the land. Tragic. Tragic. Tragedy. That doesn't change anything. I'm just cracking this. Let's get ourselves you. Nope, don't want that. Alright, I have enough cards for Uro, but is Uro good enough versus the world? I'm not sure. Uro versus the world. Good start, maybe? Decline. Do I have a good land to grab with this? No, I don't. Okay. I didn't necessarily have to crack that fetch land, and I think I'm gonna just keep the land in hand. Now, if this is a discard deck, I want the land in play. I don't think the benefit is quite there. I really don't want to get hit by a discard spell and lose that land. I think it's going to matter. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's food for Uro if I wind up doing that. No, again, keep a fetch land in my graveyard. Alright, buddy. Do something. I'll put it to the command zone if it dies here, probably. At least get a card draw out of it. That way I can recast it. Okay. I am still continuously interested in playing lands. They didn't have to fetch this for red. I already had red. Wait, what? For each opponent who has one or fewer cards in hand? Okay. Interesting. Let's play Uro again, shall we? Game, please. Thank you. If I hit a land, I can cast it from the graveyard? No, not quite. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. If this lives and I find a land, we have big danger noodle. Don't have danger noodle. Don't have anything, actually. That's awful. I literally have stone cold nothing. Kroxa. Wait, I want that to resolve. I want Uro to be castable. Oh, wait. Does that let me... Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Let's blow up the talent. Yeah, I should always blow up the talent here. And this doesn't... They can't cast Kroxa in the face of Bahamut, so... Get to kill it. I can't kill the One Ring. Can't kill it. It will continuously do stuff. Endstone, is that better than Uro? I want to say it is, but if the graveyard gets attacked, no. And then 1, 2, 3. I don't know enough. All right. All right. Now, Croc says more appealing. I'll keep the fetch land in play, I guess. Alright. Clean. Yeah, discard not the best strategy against Uro unless you can also then exile the graveyard, really. But they had all the removal that they could ever ask for, and they also had the One Ring. They never cast this. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Maybe you just don't cast this because, again, you're just letting me discard, and Uro would love that to happen. But I don't know. They had the talent, which could have, or what's it called? Yeah, Bandit's talent to like draw when my hand is empty, I suppose. But Uro like offsets that kind of. Yeah, it's just not a good matchup, I feel, for the discard deck. Ob Nixilis could just do a lot of damage though, and this would set me down to, I think, is it 13 life? I think that's where it sets you at 25. So could have this in play, drawing a ton of cards. Did I have this next turn? Oh, I did. Yeah, I also had this. Okay. I think I had it that turn, actually. Is there... I wonder if I can try to play Rofellos. Is it like the green mana drain, kinda? I don't have infinite forests, though. Oh, I want to take out the channel package. No. So I don't want to go to the deck builder, because I know I'm going to take it out. Maybe we can say we got close enough, and I can just take it out. I did technically do it. I technically did it. If my opponent didn't mulligan to 5, and that was just a game they were going to continue playing, I had it, and it would have won the game. So I did technically have it. It was just against someone who mulliganed to 5, so it didn't feel good. Oh, the deck just gets better when I take it out. Oh my god. Alright, okay. Alright. It's going to scratch at me until I take it out, so... Take out that. Let's take out that. I think Ulamog is also questionable. There's like better things to do as a blue-green deck, I feel. Honestly, it applies to most of the colorless things I could be doing. So, random blue-green things, ramp spells. Ramp spells are fine. They also add cards in graveyard for Uro to cast over and over. Yeah, we can play the... We can play those. Like this, that, this, that. This. We can just play those. I think the deck is better if I do that. I really do. What else? What else? Alright, well. If ever we were going to draw a giant, dumb, colorless card, we now have a Rampant Growth in that spot instead, which I think is vastly superior, so... Just, unfortunate. Can't control myself. I can't make it to the end. I can't make it to the end with these goofy cards in my deck. If I'm... The closer I am to a ramp thing, the better those cards get, to be fair. Oh, we would have had it. We would have had it if I had it in my deck. We could have channeled Endstone. What is this? Timnicrom game? How do I see the other one, please? Okay, it doesn't matter anyways. Timnicrom. All right, blue farm. Deck that is only 1, 2, 3 drops because everyone's sweaty with these. Mole Man? Why Mole Man instead of Crucible of Worlds? I don't have a lot of fetch lands. There's only like 7 in the deck. Or it's either 6 or 7. I think it's 7? Not sure. I can add more. Do I need to crack this now? Sure. Them doing nothing 2 turns in a row is odd to me. It's actually really odd. Do I want that? Not really, unfortunately. What do I get rid of? No, I can get rid of Mystical Tutor here, actually. I think I do like that. And then, yeah, we just get rid of this. I could get rid of Defense of the Heart. That does also feel a little unrealistic. Okay, yeah. I also took out the Eldrazi, so... Alright. It's a threat that is awful to counter, so... Okay, well, when you have that card, never mind. Of course. Nothing matters. Unless Force of Will works. Oh, why would it? Alright. I'm going to be staring at this for no reason. They could literally take nothing, it doesn't matter. I did take out the Eldrazi, so milling is slightly more interesting, but again, I've already talked about this. Milling yourself for Uro is not how you play it, and I don't think you should ever play it like that. I've gone to great length explaining that. I'm going to take out Tooth and Nail. I kind of forgot it was in here still. Defense, same jargon. I don't even really like Hullbreaker Horror, but every time I see it, it does do the thing I don't like to see, which is win the game against me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just 7 fetch lands. I don't like Mole Man with just 7 fetch lands. I don't think I do. I haven't even had a 1 into 3 game. And it's kind of funny because Uro costs 3, so you always have a 3-minute thing. And I feel like I never ever play a 3-drop on, or haven't played a 3-drop on turn 2. Am I running all the green ramp spells on 1? I'm not playing a Boreal Grazer, but that's fine. I did that on purpose. I have not had a turn 2 Uro, I don't think. I mean, that's like half the idea. Maybe Lumina effects are fine. Take out Hullbreaker. Well, I can't say they're bad, so... Aftermath, Analyst. I just, self-mill is not... But if you're doing something else while milling yourself, I hate it way less. Do I want Crucible of Worlds? I do like Lumina. I just have to play really questionable fetch lands, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to play bad fetch lands in this deck. It seems Antithetical. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not playing Crucible. Wait, did I put Lumina in? I did. I think Stifle has proven itself to not be good. I'm not gonna play Stifle. Escanta? Well, that's an interesting one, actually. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. Again, I don't have critical mass with fetch lands. There's 7 fetch lands in the deck. How many Crucible effects do I want in my deck? I have 7. There's 7 lands to grab out of my graveyard. 7. Unless I play the very bad ones, and I, again, don't think I want to do the Escantas. Oh, is Escanta a thing? I can pitch it to Force of Will. I can pitch it to Force of Will. It's like it's your turn 2 play. You didn't leave up Counterspell. You just cast Search for Escanta. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like just for Uro. Also, it's 7 cards. Like if you're never gonna act. Escanta is so slow. Okay, let me look at the fetch lands. Escanta is so slow. Maybe there's like one I missed or something. Bro, these are so bad. These are so bad. I don't think I'm playing Escanta. These fetch lands are so bad. I mean, maybe I can just bite the bullet on these. Just grab, like, I don't have to go crazy. I can just put like 4 in or something like that. It's like I'm not playing Crucible effects and only having like 4 lands I can reanimate. It's kind of weird. I don't want to go down on basics either, but maybe. How many lands is this? Yeah, I want a lot of lands, so I think I actually don't have enough lands, but it's fine for now. Commandeer has become way more questionable given the blue count. I could probably get rid of this card because I eat my graveyard a lot. It is nice to grab something, though. It is effectively a Snapcaster Mage for a counterspell and whatnot. Let's play without it. I have not had it do anything a single game yet, so maybe that's a safe bet. But Commandeer is another one on the edge of the chopping block here. No, it's just straight up on the chopping block. The cleaver's above its neck. We just haven't pulled trigger yet. Oh hey, it's Mole Man. Hopefully there's no strip mine. I have Cyclonic Rift. I don't have River's Rebuke. I'm actually not a big fan of River's Rebuke in this format. Unfortunately. Anything but Delighted Halfling? Okay, this is still painful, but... Oh, 1 into 3, with a perfect fetch land too. Already off to a good start. My opponent also probably knows about some kind of spell because I've been dragging priority. It's pretty easy to pick up on that. So I don't expect them to cast their counter. I don't even have a ramp spell to do anything. That's just totally over, isn't it? I mean, I can Cyclonic Rift? That's just so over. Does this haste? Oh, it does have haste. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Exploration. Well, my opponent got a turn 1 exploration. I guess me having an on the draw turn 2 one is about 5% of the same thing. I can't even do that. I can't even do that. No, I don't know what to do here. Subtlety, get rid of Wash Away because it's dead in the water. I can Cyclonic Rift and then Wash Away, but not this turn cycle. How do you not just cast Mole Man? I don't understand. Pick your poison, sacks, and enchantment? Oh, okay. I think the damage has been done with that card. But sure. They eat the non-land, which makes sense with their commander. I can get rid of Wash Away because it's not doing anything. They put it to the command zone? Why didn't they put it in the... Why'd you put it in the command zone? Okay. Sure, that's another reason to get rid of Wash Away, I guess. Hedge Maze is already in the graveyard. I mean, in play. Alright, well, I mean... I have dead as dead can be draws in my deck because of the thing there. But as long as all they do is make like tokens, maybe we can play the game still. You know what? I should have played this as a tap land, I think. Yeah. Should have played this as a tap land. Probably, at least. Sort of, do I like have to bounce that? Oh my god, but do. Maybe I don't even know. Do I bounce the sword or the Baloth? I think I bounce the, I think I bounced the sword because it's a 5-minute investment. I have no counter spells anyways. Yeah, let's just do this, I guess. I don't know. It's probably better to do that than cast their commander. So I think that's what I should do. Plus having the time of their life over there. It's kind of funny. Yeah, alright, well. Oh. No way. No way. No way. Please cast it. It's better than your commander here. So you have to cast it. Like, you literally have to cast it. Come on. Wait a minute. I can't counter spells. Oh, it's creature spells. It's creature spells. You have to cast the sword. Like, you literally have to cast it. You can't not cast it. Opponent, what? Toxic much? Okay, let's swing. Always play a land no matter what. Reasonable block. I am always casting this. Okay, I can play this as a land now? No, I don't want to do that. Unless I want to stop this thing, which is kind of annoying, but is it annoying enough? I don't think so. I'm just going to play this tapped and pass. Yeah, this is what we're doing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Expropriate is nice here, but it doesn't matter if Sword just wins, so I should take it. Like, it doesn't matter how good Expropriate is if I can't get through Sword for the rest of the universe. Equipping it doesn't do much. I think swinging is right. I'd say so, at least. Most likely. But yeah, equipping it doesn't matter, so I guess I don't. Let's play Ice Till. What's in my graveyard? There are fetch lands in the graveyard, so yeah, I think I play Ice Till. I guess I could have swung first. Oh, alright, they're over it. I mean, they can blow up the sword with the blast zone. It also doesn't get through. It's blue and red, so it never actually hits my opponent. But, sweet. Sweet. Get Schmieded. Get Schmieded. We beat the Frenzied Baloth with a, was that an on-the-play Boreal Grazer? Kind of crazy, honestly. 6/6 strong. Sweet. Look at that. We did it. My opponent was actually kind of punished that game for playing the bad fetch lands, too. But I think that deck plays all of them, so... Oh, right, I don't have any snowlands, you're right, I forgot. I put in Into the North. I'll have to change that. Have I even seen a oh, come on! It's alright, I have Chromobox. Of course. It's fine, Chromobox fixes it. No big deal. I could just take this card out too, it's not that big of a deal. I think I'll keep it in. I think I'll keep it in. Alright, well, this always happens no matter what, because there's nothing else to do with it. And then I play this? Actually, wait a minute, if I don't play that, I can turn it into lands, which might just be better in this spot. Especially how I don't even have a second blue source anyways. I did find a second blue source. I think that changes things. Opponent played a tap land. That's not how the game works, opponent. That's not how it works. Alright, there we go. Wait, oh, there's a I thought it was mono white. Yeah, it's like the Joda, but weird. It's the weird Joda. Search for Iskanta, holy moly. There it is. Doing search things for Iskanta. Island. Guess I just always mill with these. And then play Uro. Put that into play. And then keep this in the graveyard. Alright. They might just concede to Mana Drain, even though I don't actually have anything to do with Mana Drain. Oust? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not going to interact with that. Fierce Guardianship. I think I'm just swinging. Oust is really funny. Play that, play this. 1, 2. Alright. Mystical Tutor, sure. This means no Visconta Surveil. Opponent gets Tainted Pact, so they have the other half of it? Can't remember the name of it. Crucible of Worlds. No. Not allowed. Not allowed in my game. Let's get rid of you. Too easy. Is that lethal? 5? No, it's 1 off lethal. I could not make it lethal in any way. It turns off fetch lands, I guess. My opponent was playing Restless Anchorage in a 5-color deck. Oh, and Restless Fortress. What? Why are we playing these? Is there a combo or something? You just have tap lands that will, like, never matter? They also don't even work with Crucible. Interesting. Put 2 counters on this. Yeah, what is going on here? 5-color stuff? This is ranked. You do not have to play a terrible commander that's 5 colors for a 5-color deck. You can just play a good one and then still play the 5-color thing. So I'm going to assume that this matters. I just don't know how. Because again, it doesn't change your matchups in ranked if you have a bad or good one in the command zone. But it didn't seem like it was interested at all in doing anything with its thing there. How come I lost track of the Mystical Tutor Tainted Pact? Why did I lose track of that? Is it because they chose to surveil on top and it like made it so I didn't know it anymore or something? Pretty sure Tainted Pact's in their hand. Well, alright. There you go. There you go. Oh, wait. I want to take out, that thing, or add that thing. I think. Let me evaluate here. It's funny, the anti-blue tech nonsense is like all over the place, but every time I run it, it does nothing. Like, have I ever mystical disputed a blue card? I don't even think I have. All right, I think I'm just not going to change anything. Don't think I'm changing anything. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, I'm on the play though. I don't have a 1-drop. It's fine. Oh boy. Buckle up. We're gonna learn. Yeah, Consult's good. Consult's good. Of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Opponent has it. Oh, they also have a 0-mana counterspell. Okay, alright. Well, it's been fun. Opponent had a better hand than me. Nothing else matters. You got it. Honestly, a rather odd thing to counter regardless, but they did counter it. What did they get rid of for that? Expansive reapplication? What? Okay. Oh, look! Just in time. Just in time. Just where you want it. So... Bird Rampant Growth, number 2? I suppose we should be very happy that they countered a Rampant Growth, whereas I would personally never do that. Suppose we should just be happy that happens. Opponent gets rid of the redirect thing, sure. Opponent plays Gerard, whatever disruption. There is no reasonable universe where you counter this. Okay. Put it to the command zone, I guess. Play this. Opponent's playing Hall of the Storm Giants. How exciting. I think my opponent's expending resources where they should not be. Wait, what does that do? I gotta read that. Cards in your hand that share a card type with it? Okay. Well, Earl's uncounterable. Because of course it is. Apparently there's no land in hand. Disruptor Flute. Well, I like the game to continue, so... I have to mill this card if I want to play Uro. Aftermath Analyst would be good, but I have to play Uro or I lose. Probably. Okay, didn't draw anything good. My opponent gets the first attack at Uro. They also have a good blocker. Or they just have that. Yep, that works too. This is actually kind of weird because it doesn't stop my Uro from drawing a card, but it stops him from trading. Oh, so far my opponent has had a better go of it basically every turn. And I'm not winning the top deck war when my opponent draws 2 a turn and I do not. Okay, that is good. 5. I think I just have to cast it right now. Decline. I have to cast this right now. I can't do nothing. I can't just pass on a 7-mana spell that might matter, so... Okay, it didn't matter. Play that. I just have to cast it. I can't sit on it. I have no giant spells to randomly find either, so... I thought I put the Uro in the command zone. I guess I didn't. I'd say that was kind of a mistake. Probably doesn't gonna matter, but... it's over. It's clearly over. My opponent just literally had a better hand than I did. I lost a coin flip. They just had a better hand. Delighted Halfling shattered any potential of interacting with Uro. They had this thing, I guess. I don't know what Expedition map is doing. They were playing a manland, but... Oh, actually, they're playing multiple man... Wait, were they? No, just one manland. Well, no. There you go. Do I not have Gemstone Cavern in here? That game was actually over on turn 1. It's kind of sad. That was actually just over in turn 1. No, I don't have Gemstone in here. Whoops. How did I miss that one? Well, I am me. That's my bad. I think I should always play Gemstone. I think Gemstone goes in every deck in this format. Probably. Most likely. Most likely. Is this the dream? The turn 2 Uro? What is this? Xur. Enchantment creatures have stuff, and then target non-aura becomes... Oh, that's the one that saw play in Standard. Cavern. Does that matter against my opponent's deck? It might matter. It might matter. I don't have to play it next turn. I'm not really worried about it. Just never really worried about Uro getting countered. Just so rarely are you worried about that. I almost kind of want them to cast counter spells on it. Like I almost really actually want them to do that. But I suppose I won't. I will put it to the command zone here because I'm not going to be likely doing anything next turn. Rest in peace. Okay, well, I guess I had to put it to command zone. This, that. Now they're very uninterested in ever really dealing with Uro because it can't really do anything. I don't know the last time I saw Rest in Peace, but of course. There you go. I'm playing a graveyard deck, and just like clockwork. What the heck does that do? Okay. Well, when in doubt, play Goofy 7-drop. And then put yourself to 13 forever. Enchantments are cheaper whenever enchantment you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, which can't happen with Rest in Peace in play, so... That's an interesting one. It gets lifelink, so it offsets itself. Opponent doesn't swing at me. Interesting. Okay. Draw a card. Put 3/4s in play? Probably not, because infinite cards, infinite mana. Oh, no, I can pay for that. Suppose I will. I don't think there's an incentive to draw right now with the Endstone. When does this trigger? You're in step, so if I... Okay, I see. I almost feel like the Rest in Peace is hindering my opponent more than me. It's kind of funny. You should... Yeah, what? Alright, so I can start swinging with 3/4s. When can you activate this? Whenever you want? Alright, let's do... Let's swing. Opponent does literally nothing against that. Kind of interesting. Do I care about Zur? I almost feel like I don't actually care about Zur here. Because I'm so incredibly far ahead, I'll just do this. I don't really care if that happens. I mean, I can't stop it anyways. I wish I tapped the Ancient Tomb there. Oh well. I just gained life back anyways, so... alright. A board wipe in this deck would look a little funny, given the situation of having a bunch of, like, you want to animate your enchantments. I mean, I guess it's kind of okay, because you don't have to animate them and sweep the board, and they're still in play, and then you can do it later. So there might be sweepers in here, but not super likely. Also, that doesn't actually stop anything, because I'm drawing a bunch of cards, and I'm playing a bunch of lands, so it doesn't really stop the army of 3/4s. You have to like sweep every turn basically. Rest in peace. I don't know. I mean, it there's a world where it could severely impact me. It's not like it's impossible, right? Icetill's dead. I can technically Cyclonic Rift on their like end step or something and then go crazy with my own graveyard for a turn. So it isn't the end of the world. I'm sure there's like a card in my opponent's deck that really doesn't like this in play. There's just a reason you don't see Rest in Peace. Graveyard Hate is getting better, though. I think it's getting more reasonable to main deck. Well, there's no sideboard, but it's getting more and more reasonable to play a bunch of Graveyard Hate. I don't know about Rest in Peace, though. I don't know. I'm not a fan. It would be good against me specifically in some cases, right? But there's a lot of commanders that will never interact with Rest in Peace, right? Teferi, Rafine, Ragavan. No, Ragavan's banned. What's the other one? Man, this is why this is so awful, terrible, bad kind of lands. I can't keep this. This is indescribably bad. Can I get rid of this card? No, I can get rid of Mystical Tutor and just clench booty. I think we just clench butt. Do that. Didn't find what I need. Alright, I'll just cut my losses. What does this have? It has Ward 1. I've actually had a pretty good win rate against Rafine, but maybe not with Uro. It doesn't feel like a very good matchup with Uro specifically. They've had Drannith Magistrate. Oh, okay, what do you know? Drannith Magistrate, wow. I was gonna say, they have Drannith Magistrate all the time for some reason. Like every time I play against this, it's in play. Can I play the game without my commander? Maybe. I almost wish I was tapped out so they would cast Rafine willy-nilly. No Rafine. So we do this then? Sure. And then I play this. And then I pass, and then I can cast Ice Till next turn. Still no Raffine. Nothing at all. Ice Till? I was kind of hoping they would counter that. Oh, I was kind of hoping that'd get countered. Okay. Opposition Agent. Alright, well I have to do this now. I wouldn't even cast Opposition Agent here. I would just hold on to it. Until, like, it does something. Okay, they finally just cast Raffine, so now I probably just lose on the spot. Drannith Magistrate being completely unbeatable, typical. I don't have any answer for everything. I have no fetch lands with Ice Till now as well. What the heck is this? It doesn't even matter. Oh look, a card that would have been amazing last turn. Wouldn't that have been funny? Wouldn't you have loved it? Oh look, another card that would have been good. Isn't that funny? Oh look, another card that would have been good. Wow. Cool. You got it. Every time I play against this, it has Drannith Magistrate. But like I said, I think this matchup is maybe better than I initially would believe. Like, Uro is kind of good there. I just can't cast it. Just can't cast it. But it is kind of good in that spot, sort of. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Maybe, sort of, kind of. No way, it happened. Oh my goodness. It's our turn to do it. No way. We also have a plan B, too. I wonder how they decided which color the Verge, like which color goes where on a Verge. I wonder how they chose that. Well, there goes my Rampant Growth, probably. Oh, maybe not. My hand is bad. Maybe you just take the Witness Protection. I don't know. There might be a Subtlety that's holding priority. I don't know what else would be reasonable to hold priority outside of the spell. Yeah, they do take the right card, I think, because the hand is questionable. I was going to say, because the hand is questionable, you might just take the... Alright, do I leave it in the graveyard? I don't think I do. I think I put it to the command zone. Yeah, I'll just put it to the command zone. Alright, what do they not know about these two? Another discard spell, maybe? Oh, okay, sure. Did they have that last turn and chose not to play it? I wonder. Also, that's a really weird card. A blight 1, destroy a target. That's really weird. Okay, well, there you go. You can counter it. Uro is always a miserable thing to counter, so... I'll keep it in the graveyard this time. Watch them cast a removal spell on it. That'd be kind of funny. But they just like think it's gonna work or something. Drag the cards and move them face down. Like that? Like this, actually? No, like that. They take the Remand, then the Tainted Pact. One, alright. I really didn't want to play against that wayward thing. Decline. I'm sure it's good. I don't doubt it's good. It's just I've never seen anyone cast it, and there's probably a reason for that. I have never seen anyone cast it. It was the first time. Tainted Pact is an instant? I can't remember. It is, yeah. Worldly Tutor. I don't think so. Okay, let's play our commander. All right. Opponent still has Subtlety, I think. Not sure. Do I play both of these? I could wait a turn cycle for like World Wagon to attack. I don't even know if that matters. Probably doesn't really matter if I do that. Yeah, maybe I just go for it anyways. There's no way they interact with us, so... Yeah, we can just wait on Uro, maybe? It's not like I can cast it out of the graveyard, so yeah, we just wait. There's no major incentive to do anything. At least I don't think there is. I think I'm still just losing tremendously. I think I'm just losing still. What does this grab? Inquisition? I have no idea what this does. I'm gonna lose to a Thassa's Oracle combo. Well, they paused, so it's probably an Inquisition on my draw step. They did not have to crack the... Oh, they did for black mana? No, they didn't have to crack that. They did not have to do that. What does that mean? People are really upset about Sultai commanders. I don't get it. Nashi and Leovold are fine. People just don't like them. They're fine. They don't have to change them. They're right where the power level should be. But really not even doing anything exceptionally crazy. Alright, well, no reason to hold lands, I don't think. Can I cast Uro from the graveyard this turn? Decline. Maybe not. Either way, I'm going to swing. They can just take it. They probably will just take it. And then I can cast Uro? With double fetch land? What is the ward on this? 2? Can I do everything? No, because I have a tapped land. Right? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to try to do this. This doesn't even stop a flicker effect, which I'm sure this deck has a lot of. Okay, I didn't quite expect that specifically. I am interested in stopping... No, that again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. No, it just doesn't matter. Okay. Tragic. I still think there's a subtlety. Since, like, the opening hand. This would be the time to play it. Probably. No, I guess not. I'm also just teetering on the edge of total collapse here. One card away from winning instantly, and I cannot stop it. Okay, that can find it. Blue, blue, black, yep. Does it find it? Even if it doesn't, I don't know what I'm... Like, what are my long-term goals of this game anyways? Even if they never combo me? I can't keep up with the card advantage here. I just can't. The black removal spells are just like so efficient, I can't keep up. Okay. Well, that isn't me being dead, I guess. Yeah, interacting with Nashi is not even useful. It just gets flickered and it doesn't get stopped. Okay, they have the best card in their deck for Nashi. Now they just draw 10 cards a turn and the game's probably over. It is an instant. They don't have to do it again right out the gate, to be fair. The World Wagon doesn't have trample, so that doesn't matter. They can just block. Excuse me, block and flicker. I don't really know what I could ever actually draw that matters here. I don't think there's anything I could ever draw that matters here. Certainly not a land. Okay. At least I get a land out of my deck with the World Wagon. No Eldrazi to find, though. There's no... I mean, there's just no winning this. There's just no winning this. I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm just going to concede. Okay. I can't do anything at all. There's nothing I can do. I really didn't feel like I was a part of that game at any point. Even though I had a really good start, it just didn't matter. I think my deck doesn't do good against that style at all. But, I mean, I could run... whatchamacallit? Eldrazi, like, Emrakul to, like, steal their turn. Emrakul is an out in those kinds of games. The 13 mana one. Maybe that's worth thinking about again. It certainly wouldn't be useless. So I haven't actually played Wilderness Reclamation. Opponent bins Primeval Titan. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, opponent, I'll meet you halfway. And do the same thing you did. And apparently my opponent also has a 0 mana spell. Interesting. Sapling Nursery. Well, I'm going to say that's a win condition, and I'm going to say it might do something. Dang it. Opponent didn't interact. You're supposed to interact with that. Do they have a fetch land? They do, of course they do. Okay. I think that's better than playing the Bloomvine? Unless, of course, it isn't. So, Wilderness Reclamation is pretty good here, but it isn't amazing. I think it's Subtlety, so they probably can't stop this. Yeah, alright, they can't stop it. They can't stop it. Again, I think this is kind of a 4-mana Omniscience. So, it feels like an Omniscience every time you resolve it. But I think the read was Subtlety there, and they can't stop Wilderness Reclamation, so... Sweet. Just how we sort of drew it up. Love it. We want a blue-green control mirror thing. Look at that. Yeah, adding flash to it, I think, made it playable. So there's that. I don't think you're going to see Nashi if it's not a flashing creature. So Nashi's fine. You can't convince me otherwise. Nashi's fine. I like the card. I think it's well balanced. I think it's actually better than Leovold. So I'm kind of surprised every time I see a Leovold player, unless people just really like their Wheel of Fortune effects. I don't know. I think Nashi's better. What was I going to do? Oh, now I can't remember. Guess it wasn't important. I was going to do something. Oh, I was going to play the Zone Guard. That's what I was going to do. I think with the amount of random fetch lands I put in, it's better now. Honestly, Ice Till's been kind of weird. Pact of Negation has not once been cast. Commandeer has maybe proven itself enough. Lumra still feels weird. Maybe instead of Lumra, I play Giant Dumb Eldrazi, because otherwise Worldly Tutor probably comes out. Yeah, I'm going to play the 13-mana Eldrazi. I'm also going to just take out Commandeer. I've been slowly dripping away blue cards. I don't know how to spell Emrakul. Oh, I do. Sweet. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this vertical mouse thing. I've never had one. It's pretty nice. I never had wrist pain though, so never felt like I needed one. Okay, I have the good card, and I'm on the play. Oh, I have two good cards. Oh, I have three. Wait a minute. We have good cards. We did it. The whole hand. The whole hand is good. We did it. Now we just have to convert. We have to convert it to a victory. Come on. We have all the good stuff. The bells and whistles. Ideally not the help I'm in danger whistle. We also have an opponent quivering in their boots. Alright, good sign. Opponent, please be here. Can I have a good hand where someone is here? Please. Same thing happened with the one channel game. Come on, just be here. Please. Please, it's a good hand. Please, just be here. I'm begging you to be here. Okay, thank you. Alright. Now don't concede. What do I do next turn? Do I just cast Esper Sentinel? Alright, well that makes it easy. Let's get whatchamacallit. I can play around Esper Sentinel fairly well, I think. It depends if I draw a land here or not specifically, or in the next two draws, rather. Alright, I did. I'm going to keep this in the command zone, because with this, I can do that. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, well, maybe it's fine. It's not their commander. Opponent really likes Captain America. Dragonfire. What? What does that do? Exprism. Okay. Let's play the good card, shall we? Alright. Pseudo-omniscience. Pseudo-omniscience. Do I flash in subtlety and just hose Esper Sentinel in combat? That seems dumb. I don't think I'm supposed to be caring about Esper Sentinel. But I could do that. But I don't think I have to. But I could do that if I wanted to. So I cast Uro. And then leave it in the graveyard this time. I don't want to get a forest. Actually, I really should not get a forest here, unfortunately, even with the sapling nursery. Stay in the graveyard, and then pass. Oh, Wilderness Reclamation, you're so good. You're so good. No red mana other than the mana rock. Let's play Subtlety on that. It means they stop swinging at me. Which doesn't honestly matter that much. It's also a 4-mana spell, might as well do it. Arcane Signet. Or Azuria Signet, rather. So I can play this, pay for the Esper Sentinel, have crop rotation. Suppose swing for 3 as well, because why not? I can pay for their crop rotation again, doesn't matter. I mean, Esper Sentinel, excuse me. Negate. Let's do this on that, I guess. Let's get fetch land. Crack fetch land, get an island. I don't need a... Oh, breeding pool's already there. Let's do that. So negate is happening. And Esper Sentinel is being paid for. And I can't quite stop this, so that's going to happen. Currently not the biggest deal, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 mana. What does this do? What does this do for 6? Seagate? Random counterspell? Mana Drain? Mana Drain feels depressing, so I'll just put that into my hand. That's also pretty good. I don't have to cast it right now. Let's swing here. This doesn't have reach, right? Okay. Alright. How do you beat this? Found a mountain. I did it. Crypt Creature's double strike. Go for it. Don't care. It doesn't have trample. Doesn't matter. They can do 3 damage periodically. They can kill Subtlety, I guess. I think I'm still fine, though. Again, no trample, so... And if they swing, that means Uro gets to swing back, which probably favors me. I lose the Lane Orels. I mean, I could have blocked with it, I guess, so I don't lose it. Okay, they're just not going to kill it anyways. Fair enough. Okay, so I can get a, let's see, Emrakul? Is Emrakul castable? No, I don't think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not. Or this dies, and we have 8. We can just put it in our hand anyways. I think I will put it in my hand and just not cast it. But now, because they know of this combo, life is a lot more painful. That's annoying. There's no reason to cast it, they'll just kill it. Yeah, there's no reason to cast it, it'll just die. They gotta be careful whatever they cast. The board state favors me. The things in play aren't the problem. I could also just take this damage, honestly. No, I'll just block with the 1/1 that will die, so. And I can just play another one next turn, I guess, do the same thing. Again, them attacking means I'm drawing cards with Uro, so I really don't know if my opponent's supposed to be attacking. I really don't know. I don't think the race favors them, especially with the cards I draw slowly. But, like, now that they know about this, they can probably never cast another spell forever. I can now swing with both, because I drew a good card. I drew another good card. Do I play it? I don't think I do I? Not sure. Do I play this? I don't think so. Why would I play it? I don't have to. It's Elena Aurel's opponent. Okay, you did it. They could have killed a Tree Folk if they blocked with the Esper Sentinel there and dealt 3 to it. Interesting. Do I have a... Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, that can go away. Untap. I didn't even mean to tap this land for mana. I can perform a Mighty Blowout with Cyclonic Rift in combat. Mithril Coat. That is indestructibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that gives me the Emrakul. What? Whenever this attacks, up to 1 target creature loses all abilities. Okay. Is there a punish? No, I don't think so. Okay. I don't have to do anything. I can just do this. I can also swing with Uro, and I think I will. Alright, they're over. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I can just swing with Uro and let it die. This is where I think the game should have been, is my opponent not attacking and then just staring at me. It's not like I can reasonably interact with this. There is kind of a blowout if I bounce the double strike thing, and then it's just a 6/6 without double strike. Is that how that works? Wait, what is giving it more stats? I thought it would only... Wait, what is this? Is this a 4/4? Can I see the normal version? I thought it was a 3/3. 2+2 Hexproof. It's a 6/6. Suppose I should read it. No. Alright, I guess it's just a 4/4 innately. Okay. So yeah, it trades with my commander if I bounce the double strike things. So I could have like held back, but I think I'm just winning the we're both attacking situation. Yeah, all right. There's a few different things I could have done, and I think my opponent just auto lost the moment they cast something that let me mana drain into Emrakul. So suppose it didn't matter. Suppose it didn't matter. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Skadee-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Can't think of anything. I keep staring at it. I missed the, I skipped the deck building process this time, so... It feels like I've played a lot more games than normal at this point, but again, I had, already done that. Well, this is a good hand. Maybe it's good enough to beat Rofellos. We'll see. If I play this and Rofellos resolves, kind of tragic, so I guess I can't do anything? Right? Because this reanimates a land that's... Yeah, I can't do anything. Which is really tragic. Can I do anything now? Nope. Ah, it's annoying. Game, I really just need you to give me a land, please. Alright, well, I can Cyclonic Rift it, and I suppose I'm always going to do that. I don't know how they don't just recast it. Oh, they have something better. What does that do? Can't cast spells with even mana values? Okay. Must be nice. My opponent just gets it, and I never got it a single time. Okay, you got it. Opponent just randomly has channel. Sure thing. Tried all day to make it work. Opponent just has it. Typical. Well, game would have been very different if I drew a single land, but of course not. Of course not. Only needed one land. Or just ignore everything and lose faster. I guess I could have done that. Suppose that was an option. I don't know what this deck does in the first few turns. No idea. Let's play this. Okay. Well, Mole Man's good, so that's nice. Let's play this land? Don't think it really matters. Swinging with some 1/1s doesn't feel like it matters either, currently. Okay. They're not naming Uro? They're naming Terramorphic Expanse? I guess they're naming Terramorphic Expanse. Sure. Interesting. That's kind of funny. If I crack in response, they probably just name Uro, and I don't think I'd want that to happen. But maybe I do. I don't know. Let's play a new one. And then I can cast Uro. It gives my opponent a card draw trigger, which that's kind of annoying. But I guess that's fine. Again, I really think they probably should have named Uro with the curse there, with the flute. That might have just been a better idea. I'll put it back to the command zone. I can cast it like 10 times, so... I have a lot of 1/1s too, so casting Elspeth maybe not super appealing right now. Alright, that eats my... Well, it just eats my graveyard. There's no reason to hold the fetch land or anything. I'll just crack it. They're going to eat it no matter what I do. It doesn't matter when I do it. I'm just going to do it now. Doesn't matter. Okay, they didn't immediately do it, whereas I think they maybe wanted to immediately do it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so they just straight up did not do it, so I just get it now. I don't know why they did that. That seems like a mistake. Not sure. I'll put the Uro into the command zone. And I can swing next turn and overload the Lion Sash. Actually, I can swing this turn and overload it. Nah, there's no reason. No reason. Opponent eats their own enchantment. Okay, I guess it didn't have any relevance here. I think I'll just discard a land. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. So next turn I can cast Uro twice. Now, how do I get Uro in the... Let's see, I do that, I sack that, I draw that. Okay, there's a way, there's a way. I wasn't sure if they were going to plus or 0. Or just kill Mole Man. I've drawn nothing but lands. Nothing but lands. I'm now just noticing that. So Uro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then I can't cast the other side of it. So maybe that doesn't matter. Yeah, I can like cast the front side and then nothing happens. Okay, I can do that and then stop the Lion Sash. But all that does is get Uro in play. But there's nothing else to target. I don't care about Grand Abolisher. So I guess this is the only thing to reasonably do. And then I'll play the land out of my graveyard. Cast Uro. Play another fetch land. Keep this in the graveyard. And then I can swing at Elspeth for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would go to 1? I think I do that right now. And I'll just mill a ton of cards. Just let Uro be castable. Maybe I'm not even supposed to mill all the way and I only mill 5 at a time, but this lets me just have the ability to do it twice if something happens. Alright, well, I think my opponent's still down to needing a sweeper. Still. The the disruptor flute looks really funny. Yeah, okay. Opponent, I mean, they did all the stuff you could ever really want to do as Elspeth and your command zone in ranked Brawl. Like, this is quite the uphill battle. If they had Drannith Magistrate instead of Grand Abolisher, I don't know if they'd be better off. I would have, like, counter spells at that point. But without Drannith Magistrate stopping Uro, this feels... I mean, even the Lion Sash was kind of like Drannith Magistrate. It stops Uro from staying around, and I have to, like, continuously cast it for 2 extra, which is why I'm just putting it in the command zone. I could have left it in the graveyard and made them exile it, but then this just grows, and I don't see... It's not really that much of incentive. I could have cracked this in response to the Disruptor Flute, and they probably maybe still name it instead of Uro, but I really do not want them to ever name Uro, so I really want to incentivize the land, especially when I have just infinite fetch lands in this game. It just doesn't matter. And yeah, even Wintermoon, yeah, all of the stuff you like kind of need to do to play mono white just wasn't good enough. And they actually had like one of each, and it still wasn't good. They even had a Dust Bowl, and it just wasn't good enough. I don't know what Dust Bowl's doing. It seems really difficult to sack your own lands as a mono white deck, right? Because you sack a land to blow up a land. That does not seem like something you'd like to do in a deck like this, but they're out here trying. Gotta give it to them. But we were just completely in the driver's seat that entire game, I feel. Even with like the really good tech cards that you, again, kind of have to have all the time when you're in this format. Okay. Like I said, I kind of started an hour early, so I got the content I want for YouTube, so I'm going to call it here. I've also played enough of this to kind of get a grasp of it. I don't know if this is better than the X spell spammy dude. Can't remember his name, where he just casts X spells and he taps for 2. That seems like, because you get so much mana so fast, it doesn't matter if your cards are worse, right? You're just playing goofy X spells that have kind of better versions of themselves, just not in an X spell form. But it just doesn't matter because you have so much mana so quickly. And that might just be a better blue-green strategy. I did see a Tamiyo, not the 1 mana one, that one's banned, but the 4 mana Planeswalker one, which kind of plays with the graveyard, stealing extra turns over and over and whatnot. I thought about playing the extra turns here. They do let you play an extra land. If Uro's in play, you can swing twice. They are food for Uro, but every time you go to cast Time Warp, it's in a spot where, like, it's like a Teferi. You're trying to tap out for a 5-mana sorcery speed spell, and with the amount of blue counterspell nonsense going on, and a lot of it just costing 0, and even something as horrendous as Commandeer happening to you, I don't know if extra turns at 5 mana are really a good idea. They're probably fine, but I don't know. They don't help you early. They feel like just fancy explores if Uro is never in the game. It just doesn't seem that exciting. But yeah, I mean, thankfully they're not instants, but still, it's just not, it doesn't seem like it. And Expropriate was never cast. Maybe this could have just been Commandeer. I did take out Commandeer as I started taking out blue spells and started adding green ramp things, because surprise, surprise, ignoring your opponent and playing a faster game is probably just better, and it kind of felt that way. But to be fair, the channel Eldrazi thing really didn't feel good. There was one game where I just had it with like Worldly Tutor, but my opponent like scooped before I cast it because I think they were in a mulligan of 5. So there was one game where channel would have won that game all the time with Ulamog, the 10 mana one, and I saw channel, I think for the first time ever. Of course, it's the day I try to make it work, is the first time ever I see someone else play it, and it beat me immediately. So there you go. Somebody did it, just wasn't me. I feel like that happens all the time. I also saw a Rest in Peace. It makes me think that there is some like tinfoil hat Q matchup thing where you don't see something until you start like playing it yourself or suddenly is really good against you and now you see it all the time. Like, I've never seen Rest in Peace ever, and then there it was. Granted, it wasn't good enough, but there was a Rest in Peace if someone played it. I think it was on turn 2, and still just not really a convincing way to stop Uro Rest in Peace. It literally stops Uro, but it doesn't stop the deck. It's still a blue-green deck. The kinds of win conditions you play are probably more obvious than I've invested into figuring them out, but these are the ones I settled on, and they were always really good every time I had them. Uro is also a win condition, but like these three, because you draw so much and you have counter spells and ramp spells, like you're going to see a lot of your deck, fairly quickly, and you don't need 1,000 win conditions or anything like that. But with Channel, I wanted a bunch so I could at least see Channel do something. It just, of course, never did. It's like Mana Drain. Mana Drain is kind of like a blue Channel. Honestly, it almost is exactly the same as Channel. It wins the game. Usually, this is the kind of deck that doesn't necessarily capitalize on all of that colorless there on turn, say, 3, but it's still just a disgustingly stupid card. Even if it's just a cancel, right? Just a counter spell. It's crazy that this card exists. It's just so nuts. Every time you see it, it's like the game you just don't really have a game to play. But again, having said that, because I play, a different thing almost every single time, there's going to be a lot of decks where it doesn't totally exploit Mana Drain, as opposed to my opponents who probably do not jump from commander to commander. Most people probably stick with a few, and then, they're all figured out and have good Mana Drains all the time, but obviously not the case here. I really like the Endstone, and I really like Sapling Nursery. I didn't like the bad fetch lands, but it's hard to tell, really. Maybe just play more. But with the Crucible effects, you want more ways to reanimate a land, so you need more lands that just put themselves in your graveyard. So I started adding bad ones to just have more of that happen. And I think it worked out. Mole Man in particular, just making 1/1s is kind of a problem. The mill side of it is cool. I've said this, I don't know how many times, but casting something that mills 5 and draws a card, or Thought Scour maybe is the only one you could convince me, but like generic random mill cards just for Uro, to me, not reliable, not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. I really don't think you should ever just play random mill cards just for Uro. I just don't like that. I think you should play a stronger deck that has cards that have better text on them, and then Uro is the side plan, or it can still be your main game plan, honestly, in my opinion. And you don't need a bunch of things that flood your graveyard. You just don't. Mole Man is an exception because it is a Crucible effect at the same time, and like an enabler for Uro and stuff, but like I'm never playing Mesmeric Orb. I'm just never going to do that. Ice-Till Explorer is a ramp spell and fuels the graveyard, but again, if it wasn't for that, when I had the Channel Eldrazi stuff in here, it's even less reliable, because if you mill 5 and one of them's Emrakul, it goes away. So you're kind of screwed. You actually really should not be playing Giant Eldrazi that shuffle when you're playing Uro, because it will also shuffle Uro. So probably wasn't the best deck to test Channel, but still tried. It was, almost got there, but didn't. So other than that, it really depends on how many counter spells you want in your. Yeah, okay. I think that's an accurate thing to say. The Uro is kind of like, how many counterspells do you want in your mono green ramp deck? I think that is a better approach than I'm playing blue green control stuff, and I can kind of ramp into a large threat fast enough to stop like a Teferi from taking over or something like that. Or Katara, I want to play a control game against Katara, or do I want to ignore Katara and ramp? I think you're just better off ignoring people and ramping with this commander specifically than you are going crazy with the counter spells and like stock up card draw advantage stuff and whatnot. This being your card advantage engine, card draw engine, does kind of make me less excited to play card draw spells like stock up, but there is Chart the Stars or something. What's it called? It almost feels like a demonic tutor when you have a ton of lands in play. Consult the star charts. Like, you could probably put this in here, maybe. Like, it's kind of the one I sort of like. And what's the black-green one? The whatever the assemble one with plot. Assemble the team. But again, just having Uro be the card draw feels like a better idea. Like, there has to be a reason to cast or put Uro in the command zone. And I think one of those reasons is just you can use it to draw cards, and then the rest of your deck is something else. And I think that's better. There's probably some happy middle ground, or maybe you play a couple. Again, consult the star charts could be one of those. More Frogifies would have probably been useful too. Cyclonic Rift, I don't think ever did anything. No matter what iteration of Uro I was playing, I don't think this ever did a single thing. So maybe that's just not good. Some board states it is. Sometimes it's good. It just didn't really seem like it was ever... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a scenario where this would be really good, and I can't really think of a lot of them. You can't even use it on your own cards. So, to like bounce something to save it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if Rift is where I want to be. Maybe not. Honestly, it's been a long time since I felt like I've had a very good Cyclonic Rift cast. Maybe I had one when I was playing Teferi the other day, but I'm not sure. Even in Teferi, if I had a good spot, I still don't think I like it that much. Teferi, to be specific, is like, you're going to tap 7 on your opponent's end step, and like, your shield's down, and maybe they have a counter spell, or maybe they have a removal spell for Teferi. It's like, oh no, my Rift didn't really do much because Teferi died anyways. So I don't know if Rift is honestly that good. I had said River's Rebuke is has well past its prime, and I think that... sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. I think that's true. In Standard, River's Rebuke is not very good, and in Historic Brawl, it has proven itself to not be very good as time has gone on, and I think Cyclonic Rift has started to teeter into that direction. In fact, I would go so far as to say people are playing the frog thing into the Floodmaw. Like, people are taking out Cyclonic Rift and adding this, and there's probably a reason for that. So I think that's probably true. Just something to pay attention to, at least as time goes on and decks have less and less cards that cost more than 4 mana, because that's just how the power level scaling of formats get as they get older. It's like, take out the 5-drops. Modern is a turn 4 format. It's like you start to lose the things that cost more than 4 as time goes on, and I think that rings pretty true in this format, and it has for a while. This isn't like crazy news to anybody, but yeah. So I think Cyclonic Rift is kind of not as exciting. Also, the things you bounce are not that exciting, right? You can't stop reasonably a Rofellos player with Cyclonic Rift, So it's like useless against control. Yeah, it's not that great against most control situations. Like, Nashi doesn't care if you bounce it. It doesn't care. It's never going to fight over it. Teferi doesn't really care. It does really kind of want Teferi in play, though, but then it just costs 2, and then we get back to that argument of just play into the Floodmaw, then it costs 1. So that might just be where to go with that. And it was never good in aggro. Against aggro, it was never really good anyways, but the aggro decks in this format, for the most part, are just Llanowar Elves exploration, ramp into faster things, and I don't think Cyclonic Rift is good against that. So yeah, it's probably just past its prime. I do still see it from opponents from time to time, and a lot of the time I don't think it actually saves my opponent when it resolves. So yeah, I think it's just too slow, or just doesn't do enough. But apart from that, I mean, I like Uro. It's a cool commander. I think I've actually played this on paper for like a month, and then I went on and changed it to Omnath, the 4-color Omnath or something. But Uro is a cool commander. It's pretty honest, I'll say. It dodges the commander tax, which is kind of cool. You can cast it from the command zone like twice and then just never do it again, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. So I like it. Not as I don't like it as much as Teferi though. Not as much as my old tried and true Teferi Hero of Dominaria, but still like it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.